Here at the entry to the Cathedral in Mazatlán, Mexico. Take a brief tour inside, but I won't be able to have audio. So I'll try to get some. We're here outside of the Mercado de Pino Suarez. We're going to take a walk through and see a few of the shops inside of here. Pretty much what kind of foods you might want to find. Fruit, produce, candy, clothing, hats. Made it down to the beach areas, and I'm here at the Monument of the Continuation of Life. And you'll see behind me here is where these Clavadistas jump into the water from the top of that platform there. So I'll go over and take a look. Behind me, see the Pacific Ocean here in Mazatlán. December 17th, 2025. The weather's really nice. A little warm, but not very hot at all. So I'm going to try to see when the next jump is. So we'll get over there and take a look. And we're continuing our walk down the beach here, and so we'll keep walking along the beach, and there'll be other points of interest along the way. The Clavadista is up on the platform there, getting ready to perform the jump off the cliff platform into the water. They usually do that on the weekends, but we're here at the port on a cruise ship, and they say when the cruise ships pull in, the Clavadistas will be out performing their dives off the cliff. I'm not sure where he comes back into the coast and climbs up from. There he is. He's climbing up the rock along the cliffside. We're here at the hike that goes up to the lighthouse here in Mazatlán, and just beginning the pathway. And as soon as you step up onto the pathway, you can see it takes you right up above. You can see the cruise ships coming into port out there. Pathway winds its way up, and then there's about 300 steps that go up to the top to the lighthouse. So this ought to be a nice climb. We're going to get our day started. They have little rest spots here. You see the mezcal plants growing there on the side, the pathway. There's some big. The main part of the beach area is over that way, of where you see the communication towers. That's the main beach, and then the central historic districts to the other side of this hill. This is most of the industrial zone. Can't really see it from here, but Corona Brewery's in there. The big silos sticking up. You can head up another level. There's another observation area. As you go up, you're surrounded by the ocean, so all the views are really nice. If you look close, you'll see the lines going across from the lighthouse. There's a platform down on the hill over there. You can zip line down. Unfortunately, we're about 15 minutes too late this afternoon to do the zip line. If you happen to come to Mazatlán, it stops at 2 p.m. They have these markers that remind you of how far you've walked. We're at 600 meters. I'm not certain how far it is to the lighthouse at the top, but I'm sure we're maybe halfway there, but we haven't got to the stairs. Just get into the beginning of the stairs, and see there's a couple cats on the trail. You've seen some cat food dish next to the other cat, so looks like they're fed pretty well. All right, here we go. They say there's 336 steps. So, are you a step counter or are you not a step counter? Are you a step counter?
Yes, I am.
The steps wind their way right up along the coast. You have a nice view as you're hiking up. At least right now at this time of the day, the stair side is shaded. The sun's not directly shining on it, as it does get pretty warm here in Mazatlán. Taking a little short break here to get a breather at about 200 steps in. So almost to the top. It's a nice viewpoint. Here at the top. On the hike, you're very likely to see some cats hanging out. This one's hanging on a platform right here, taking in the views. Psst, psst, psst. Psst, psst, psst. As you get to the top, see the structure of the lighthouse and a little entry to the zip line area. There's some seating here, but we get a good view from over here. Made it to the top. Get a good view of the main area of Mazatlán in here, and the industrial port area. Long stretches of beaches all the way into the distance there. Here you get a view, the sun in our eyes, but you get a view of the lighthouse at the top. And over here in the distance, I want to say it's about 30 pesos. You can walk out and there's one of those crystal decks where you walk out and get a crystal clear view of like a glass floor below. We're pulling out from the port here in Mazatlán, and that's the view of the lighthouse that we just finished climbing. Still get a view of the city as we pull away at dusk.